Horoscope for May 16th. Aries. Today you're radiating, "I could run a country before lunch" energy, and if we're being honest, you probably could. You're on fire mentally, physically, and maybe emotionally, although emotions still aren't your favorite department. That said, not everything needs to be tackled head-on with a flamethrower. Sometimes power is in precision. Pick your battles, your words, and, most importantly, your timing. You're leading the charge, but don't forget to check if your team is actually behind you, or still tying their shoes. In relationships, your intensity can be magnetic or mildly terrifying. Dial it just one notch down if you want connection, not just compliance. And remember, there's a difference between passion and pressure. One draws people in, the other chases them out. Taurus. You're basically a luxury candle today, calm, warm, grounded, but capable of burning everything down if someone knocks you off the shelf. You're craving stability and comfort, but there's a low-key restlessness stirring beneath the surface. Maybe it's time to stop pretending everything's fine when your intuition is already packing a suitcase. Financial decisions or personal boundaries are coming up for review, and this time, you don't need permission to choose yourself. In love or close friendships, subtle signs matter. Watch actions over words. And if someone asks what's wrong and you say, "Nothing," at least try not to glare like you're plotting a slow revenge in your head. Gemini. You're on social overdrive today. Brain buzzing. Tongue sharp. Meme game strong. You're the group chat MVP and the walking TED Talk no one asked for, and everyone's secretly enjoying. Your words are powerful right now, use them to uplift, charm, or finally say what you've been thinking instead of dropping vague hints in IG captions. Creativity is high, but so is your distraction level. Pick one idea and commit to it for more than 15 minutes. Trust me, future you will be very impressed. In relationships, be careful with sarcasm, someone may take you literally, which could either lead to a romance, or a lawsuit. Choose wisely. Cancer. You woke up feeling, a lot. Again. But this time, the emotional flood has wisdom baked in. You're not just reacting, you're realizing. Today is ripe for soft boundaries and honest conversations. You're tuned into the undercurrents, and while others are busy talking, you're picking up everything they're not saying. It's your gift, and also your curse. Don't take on what isn't yours. Your job is not to be everyone's therapist wrapped in a home-cooked meal. It's okay to let someone else hold you for a change, figuratively or literally. Career-wise, something you've been quietly nurturing may finally show signs of growth. Water it, but don't overwater it. Trust is a two-way street, even in business. Leo. The world is your stage, but today you're choosing when to step into the spotlight, not just soaking it up by default. That's growth. You're magnetic, confident, and, here's the kicker, aware of how your energy affects others. Use that power for elevation, not domination. Professionally, someone is paying attention to how you handle pressure. Be bold, but be strategic. In your personal life, there's a chance for a deeper connection, if you can take off the "I've got this" mask and show a little vulnerability. Hard truth, you don't always need to be the strongest in the room. Sometimes you just need to be real. And people love you even more for that. Virgo. Today you are the human equivalent of a high-performance Swiss Army knife, organized, efficient, useful, and slightly dangerous if left unmonitored. You're running the show behind the scenes and probably not getting enough credit for it, again. But hey, who needs applause when everything's done right? You do. A little. Today's lesson. Pause. Look at what's working instead of obsessing over what's not. Not every imperfection needs a plan. Emotionally, you might feel tempted to solve someone's feelings. Don't. Just listen. You can't spreadsheet your way through every heart. Also, hydrate, then go outside. You need actual sunlight, not just the glow of your phone at 2 a.m. Libra. Balance is your thing, but today, you're discovering that real balance isn't about pleasing everyone. It's about not abandoning yourself in the process. You've been nodding and smiling while quietly resenting something. Time to stop. Speak the truth, even if it sounds less polished than you'd like. In love, something flirty could shift into something real, but only if you show up with sincerity, not just charm. Professionally, someone sees your potential, even if you're still second-guessing your own. Lean into opportunities, even if they feel a little chaotic. The mess might actually be your launch pad. Scorpio. You're quiet today, which is how we know something's up. There's a storm beneath the surface, but you're not ready to show it yet. That's fine, until it starts leaking out in passive-aggressive comments or suspicious stares. Channel your intensity into something productive, writing, moving, fixing, even feeling. Yes, feeling. Without the power games. Someone's trying to connect, maybe imperfectly, but you'll miss it if you're too busy testing their loyalty. Drop the trap. Be open. Professionally, your gut knows more than the numbers today. Trust it, but document everything, just in case. Sagittarius. You're in "I need freedom now" mode, and not even the idea of self-care or routine can hold you. Adventure is calling. But before you leap, ask yourself, is this about discovery, or is it escape in a cute outfit? If it's the former, go. Take the risk. Book the thing. Speak the truth. If it's the latter, sit with the discomfort. Your biggest insights are found when you don't run. Emotionally, a conversation might shift how you see someone, or yourself. Listen without assuming you already know where it's going. You're the philosopher of the zodiac, remember. Act like it. Capricorn. You're pushing forward, as usual, but today, something in your system is whispering, slow down. Not because you're weak, because your soul is tired of being efficient all the time. Rest isn't laziness, it's long-term strategy. Today, measure your worth by your impact, not your busyness. Someone close may need more from you emotionally, and instead of deflecting with dry humor or a list of tasks, try showing up without an agenda. Let people see you, even if you don't have everything figured out. Spoiler, no one does. Aquarius. Your brain is a lightning storm of brilliance today, filled with innovation, random facts, and probably one conspiracy theory you're this close to researching. Use this mental spark to get something off the ground, even if it's weird. Especially if it's weird. The world doesn't need another normal. It needs you. Socially, you may feel a little detached. That's okay, but don't ghost the people who care. Say, "Hey, I need some air," instead of disappearing like a rogue satellite. People can handle your complexity, if you give them the map. Pisces. You're floating between timelines today, one part present, 2 parts deep in a memory or dream that may or may not be real. That's fine, your imagination is half your personality. But try anchoring in the moment, even just a little. Something meaningful could happen today, a small conversation, a subtle sign, a creative spark. Don't brush it off. In relationships, you're craving depth, not just vibes. Ask a real question. Give a real answer. And creatively, stop editing your art before it even exists. Let it be messy, weird, beautiful, just like you.